Good evening, Littleton. Welcome to the December 8th, 2025 Select Board meeting. We're going to kick off the 6 o'clock executive session.
Right. Make a motion to enter into executive session pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30L, Section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining, specifically regarding negotiations with the Public Employee Committee, as discussing these matters in open session would have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the town, and furthermore, that the Select Board will adjourn to executive session and will convene an open session after the executive session.
Second.
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. Mark?
Aye.
Matthew?
Aye.
Gary?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. We'll be back in about half an hour. Thank you. And we're back. We're running a little bit behind, so without further ado, let's get started with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're going to start with the mail, move into department board updates and requests. We have a human resources vote regarding a side letter of agreement. After that, we'll have our public hearing at 7 o'clock with J&J's Littleton Cafe application for a common victualler license. 7:15, public input and members updates. 7:30, appointments for the Council on Aging Board. 7:35, licensing. Renewals of annual alcohol licenses, or annual renewals of alcohol licenses. At 8 o'clock, we'll have select board discussions about various and sundry. At 9 o'clock, town administrator update, 9:15 minutes, and we will promptly adjourn at 9:20. On your marks, get set.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We've got some current vacancies on town boards that are appointed by the Select Board. We've got opportunities in the Agricultural Commission, Committee for the Expiration of Real Estate Tax Relief for Seniors, Economic Development Committee, Master Plan Implementation Committee, Permanent Municipal Building Committee, Personnel Advisory Committee, Sustainability Committee, Zoning Board of Appeals. And for appointments through Littleton Electric, Light, and Water Department, their Finance Committee. We've got Select Board office hours. Today, we had Mr. Nordhaus. On the 22nd, Mr. Rambacher. The 28th of January, Mr. Rambacher. The 25th of February, Mr. Rambacher.
It's all Rambacher, isn't it?
Yep.
I'll ramble all the time.
March
Check the
25th, Mr. Rambacher. April 22nd, Mr. Rambacher. May 27th, Mr. Rambacher. And June 24th, Mr. Rambacher. Sign up to receive public notifications for the town of Littleton. Scan the QR code to register or go to www.littletonma.org/subscribe. Community impacts, transportation issues, town meeting changes, public safety activity, public health concerns, town events. Stay informed. DPW. Seeking snowplow contractors for the 25-26 winter season. Packets are available at the DPW office, 39 Air Road, on the DPW website, or call 978-540-2670 for information. Rates begin at $100 an hour and up to $153 an hour, depending on the equipment. Incentive sign-up bonus of $1,000. For the seniors that need some ice melt and sand mix, get a bucket delivered for free. Sand for Seniors, Littleton Elder and Human Services. Call the Council on Aging at 978-540-2470. We have a notification from Xfinity that rates are being increased, and this has been distributed to all of their customers, and there's a, as you can see, the pricing for the services and the pricing are also there. It's got the current, and then the new one that's going to be effective the new rate as of effective December 20th, 2025. And you also see in the Xfinity Services, pricing has been continued. Also, effective December 20th, 2025. And we've got some gift acceptance forms from the Planning Department for the Affordable Housing Trust, from the First Church Unitarian for $336.02 for the work of the Affordable Housing Trust. And there's a letter to go along with that, that each year at their country fair, they 10% of the proceeds and donate it to a local charity. And this year, they've chosen to donate the funds to the Littleton Affordable Housing Trust for heating or rent assistance to residents of Littleton. Very kind, thank you. We have another gift acceptance form from Sam Alvarez from the library. The name of the offering party is Madeline Finlay, in the amount of $2,000 to be used where it is needed the most. We have, purpose of the gift will be expended to be programming. And since we have a letter, no letter. Another gift acceptance form from Police Chief Matthew Pennard, from John and Carmela Crispin, in the amount of $25 donation for community policing. Thank you. And that is it, Madam Chairwoman.
Department and board updates and requests. Human Resources.
Good evening, Michelle Vibert, Human Resources Director. What you have in front of you is a side letter for the Highway Union. They have been operating since July. The transfer station employees have been operating under 40 hours. They were not doing that before. This is formality for this side letter to be approved. This has already been funded by town meeting in the budget article.
Any questions?
I have a question. The schedule now has a 10-hour day with a 30-minute paid lunch break, whereas before it was an 8.5-hour day with an unpaid lunch break, right? So we're effectively losing 2 hours of paid work per week. Is that correct, or am I missing something?
I would defer to the DPW director on that question. I don't think they're losing hours.
Well, they went from an 8.5-hour day with an unpaid lunch break to a 10-hour day with a paid lunch break. So that means they're only working 9.5 hours now, right?
I'm not able to comment on their schedule, unfortunately.
That's a good catch.
Yeah, one's legally binding, we have to.
What's legally binding?
They
The lunch.
legally
Have to have the half-hour lunch break,
Paid
whether they
lunch
take it
break.
or
Oh,
not,
okay.
they have to get that lunch break.
But it doesn't have to be paid.
You work an 8.5-hour day, say, let's just use the 8.5-hour day, the half hour has to be part of that. In
Right.
other words, you can't work an 8-hour day and take a half-hour lunch break. It's an 8.5-hour day because you're having the half-hour lunch break.
Right, but
That's just-
the old agreement was alternate schedule, said Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 3, 30-minute unpaid lunch break. And now we're going 6:30 to 4:30 with a 30-minute paid lunch break,
4 days a week.
4 days a week. So you're losing 2 hours of paid work per week, per employee.
Yeah. Okay. I know that I remember that during the contract negotiations, one of the things, because this was an imbalance from the team members over at the highway, at the transfer station, the highway department wanted to make sure that as part of the negotiation, they brought them more in line to the 40-hour work week. And this is what resulted in it.
So they're changing the transfer station to match the rest of the highway department?
I don't, not match it, if you can see.
Well, I mean, as far as
hours.
for
For
9.5
40
hours.
They're
Well-
ultimately for 40 hours. Because you've got a Saturday here. So you've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, instead of Monday. If you can see, whereas the highway is 6:30 to 4:30, Monday through Thursday. They have the 4 10-hour days.
Yeah. Okay. Are we going to retroactively pay them? for their paid time off?
That,
Well, they'll get.
An extra
their
day, it's
accruals
probably a
each-
day,
their
yeah,
accruals
okay.
for lunch.
But that'll have to be retroactive.
Yeah, to
Okay,
July
to
1.
July.
Any other questions? Okay.
I'm leery to vote for this because we're basically
wait?
giving them 2 hours.
I don't think we have the legal option to not vote for it.
Well, I think we have to clarify the hours. So I follow Mark on this.
I kind of agree, like, can we just at least find out what, but, I mean, it's not, if it isn't a 40-hour week,
10 hours.
it's not a 40-hour week, or, like, is it that the highway department, I'm sorry, the transfer station is now working the same number of hours per day
Correct.
as the highway department?
they
Different
are
hours, but
not the
same
same hours, but the
No,
same hours,
number
amount of
Four
hours per
9.5-hour
day. Yes,
days.
sir.
Okay,
The highway is 10 hours, and transfer station is 10 hours also.
okay.
It's
so-
just that the transfer station does a 10-hour day
I-
on Saturday.
Got it, okay.
So when we voted the highway contract, we gave them basically, we went to 40 hours on 4 days, but only requiring them to work 38?
Only required because of the 30-minute, because of the 30-minute.
Four. Or we just paid him 38.
Well, if it's paid, it's work time. They're on the clock. That's a 10-hour day.
So we're paying him to eat lunch.
I mean, you know, like, it's semantics, but
It's financial.
I mean, I understand. I would vote for this if we voted tonight. I get it.
Can we pull back the CBA for the highway?
Pull it back.
Pull it up? Just to do a side by side, or? We have 4 minutes before the public hearing, so we get some time.
Okay.
I can recommend to the board too, if we need more time, we can take it. It's not a big deal if it is pushed
Just a matter of retroactive being different.
That's all that's changing is the retroactive time off. Just, I think it's 1 day. It's not even, we're not.
What,
talking-
is it because they're already working these hours?
Yeah.
Just for the accrual.
Yeah, it's because the accrual changed from 30 to 40, which is point.
I had my iPad, I could help you, but I don't.
Oh, thank you.
I think our ratings are going down right now.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
Maybe Gary could sing.
Oh, that would help.
Nobody wins.
All right, so. I have a memo from Ryan from May 9th. I'm not sure if that's what we ended up signing.
We did resolve this contract pretty quickly, so
Yes.
That might
And
be- I don't
it
remember
was
them putting-
voted by council as well. This-
I don't remember when we put the contract, I remember them talking about a 10-hour day. I don't remember we ever defining the hours.
right,
They
Right.
did, it's in.
effective July 1st.
Right.
I mean, the transfer one makes sense, right? Or that,
It's in what Ryan sent us back in May. But again,
no, what I'm saying is the 10.1 is correct. Right?
10.1?
Yeah, the
Article 10,
Oh,
10.1.
10.1 is correct for the transfer station. It's the highway that we have the issue with.
No, it's
They're
still
No,
They were always
being
on a
paid
paid,
for 10
lu-
hours a day.
they were always on a paid lunch break.
so nothing's changed, really.
20-minute lunch on the fly.
According to this, transfer station, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9 AM to 7 PM, 30-minute paid lunch break. Saturday, 7 to 5, 30
This
minute.
is the new 4 days, 10 hours a day, right?
Yep, that's why I put him on the same.
All right, I've got the DPW,
CBA.
yeah,
Wouldn't be the first time there was a mess up in the CP.
there.
6:30 to
Highway did get a 30-minute paid lunch break.
Okay. Meal periods, Article 15.
Sorry, Michelle.
Okay. So it reflects here, all employees except transfer station employees shall be granted a paid 20-minute on-the-fly meal period within the 10-hour workday. Transfer station employees shall be granted a paid meal period of 1/2 hour duration during each 9 1/2 hour workdays. Whenever possible, the meal period shall be scheduled at the middle of the day. If the alternative schedule is reintroduced for highway employees, it is understood that the 1/2 hour unpaid meal period will also be reintroduced as referenced in Article 10, hours of work. So the DPW prior had an unpaid half-hour,
So they worked 8.5
Lunch.
8.5 hour days.
yes, sir. Then when it was moved to 10, it was on the fly, and when they increased it with the transfer station employees, they too were essentially going to be paid, let's say, during the work hours also. Consider it, I mean, because there's only 2 of them there, so it's essentially working, you want to say on the fly, if you want to say, they're having lunch while they work. It's not like they're closing it.
They do have a person come in though and work.
They do.
They do. I mean, I've witnessed it. Someone will come in.
So a 20-minute on the fly is much different than a 30-minute paid lunch break, right?
Well, you're
10 hours is 10
you're
hours.
violating FLSA,
It's illegal.
so they have to take a lunch break.
I understand that.
So I think we have to discuss this.
This was vetted by town council. The language on the fly.
How are they getting away from,
Oh, yeah.
Lunch on the
Their
fly.
attorney also reviewed it. Their Labor Council also.
well, what's the Department of Labor say? I mean,
It's not, it's, that on-the-fly piece needs to come.
Okay.
Would you recommend?
and we're going one more pay period of,
I mean, it's not, it's already after the fact at this point. I
We'll
think
continue it.
I get clarification from Steve, he can, unfortunately, isn't here.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty quick.
and it's not so much the workers at the transfer station that it is the rest of DPW. The 4 10-hour days with lunch on the fly, it's like,
Right.
what? No. So realistically, they should be working 4 10.5-hour days. I mean, if you really want to, but,
With an unpaid lunch break?
I mean, no, right, correct.
Yeah, but the
You can't,
transfer station is in this document as a 10-hour with a paid lunch break.
so that's 4
So we're getting, to Mark's point,
It's a 5% raise, effectively. You're getting 5% of your
Yeah,
benefit.
this has to be fixed. This has got FLSA issues written all over it, so I would ask,
When we bring this back, let's make sure that Chris Brown is available.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Michelle. 7 o'clock.
Oh, right on time.
Let's open our public hearing.
Common Vic.
Where are we?
You need it?
Move that select board vote, well,
Nope.
oh, we have to
Read
wait.
read the,
Yeah, I do. Hold on. Is it in the packet?
yeah.
Make sure. Sorry.
No, that doesn't do that. It's just, you can't see that? Okay, do it down here. It's all right, isn't there something down there? No? Yes. Yeah, I've got it. You got it? Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't see.
Oh, you can't see that. Oh, it keeps scrolling. It keeps scrolling up on your screen. No, the other way. Other up. Keep going. Well, right there.
Okay, here we go. I apologize.
Hold eyes.
Right, yes, it is, very much so. The Littleton Select Board will conduct a public hearing on Monday, December 8th, 2025, at 7 PM in the Littleton Town Offices, room 103, 37 Shattuck Street, Littleton, Massachusetts, to consider the application for a common victular license as requested by, apologize, I'm going to hack this name up.
Jeff Apostolakis.
Jeff Apostolakis, manager, J&J's Littleton Cafe, at the property located at 341 King Street, Littleton, Massachusetts. A copy of the application may be seen at the Select Board Town Administrator's Office, room 306 at 37 Shattuck Street, Littleton, Massachusetts, 01460. Comments thereon may be submitted in writing to Littleton Select Board at littletonmass.org or to the Select Board Town Administrator's Office, 37 Shattuck Street, room 306, Littleton, Mass. 01460. By noon on Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025, or in person at the hearing. Signed, Littleton Select Board, Karen Morrison, Chair.
Mr. Apostolakis, or
Hi.
you have rep? Yep.
After you. Good evening.
Hi.
We're just trying to change ownership for something that's been open for 20 years. Going to try to do it a little more professionally, you know, hours of operation have always been a problem. And, you know, we're not going to have an ANSO system or anything like that. There's no gas or anything like that in there, so it's very safe. You know, I think Andrea still has I think she renewed actually, and we're just taking it over. So, just like your comments.
Glad to see it come back to life, for sure.
Yeah, it should, and the whole thing about it is, you know, it brings the town a little closer together too. I work next door, and I go next, you know, get a coffee or something like that, and I see, you know, some town offices, you know, I see like lawyers and doctors and stuff like that, which is good, a nice place to be able to relax and talk. It's got a friendly atmosphere, and I'd like to see it work, because we kind of need a waiting room. Now we're the only station in town, and you know, we're getting cars dropped off at night without any warning at all. So I have an older crew, so they're gonna. I'm trying to find someone, you know, but you can't do it these days. You know, kids don't want to work, and it looks like some of the blue collar workers are, you know, a dying breed actually. So, you know, I think this would really be good for the garage and everything like that, and help us out a lot for people standing around in the garage where someone could get hurt. You know, we have cars constantly backing in and out. I have an older crew, so maybe their eyes aren't as good as they should be too. So,
Kind of like Gary's.
you know, but you know, I think it's good for the town. We've had a lot of positive feedback. When it was down, we had a lot of people come in and ask when it was going to open. I've seen a lot of positive things in there, you know, for the town. I think it's good for the town, and it's a mom and pop type thing, which is, you know, it's nice keeping a little bit of that in the town too. So that's my take on it. This is my brother Jeff. That's his girlfriend Jackie, and
3 J's.
you know, they're all excited about it. So,
That's a good
but
one. Good catch.
any questions, I can definitely answer them.
Are you gonna be cooking?
You know, I did. Yeah, I did. And you know what? They really loved it. You know, at that time when, you know, things were getting bad, I ended up cooking a little bit, like 2 weeks, and I was having fun. The only problem I had is when a party of 6 came in and everything had to be out at the same time. And that's, I could do 2 or 3 maybe, but when 6 comes in, I mean, I'm not, that good, so. Yeah, I don't think I will, but anyway.
Are you gonna do dedicated parking?
Yes, what we did is we opened up the back, and we're gonna have all our cars out back. We're gonna have little signs put out, cafe parking only. That way, it'll be pretty good. I'm kind of retired. I work there 3 days a week, so a lot of times my job is to move cars around. People don't look at signs sometimes, and, I did that with Andrea, move cars around. So, yeah, they'll be out back, so, yeah.
No association at JJ's Place in Westford, right?
No, no.
No, I'm good. I think we've all said it'd be great.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for putting life back into that. It's a
Okay.
good place for us to meet up site, one-on-one, grab a coffee, and
Yeah.
chat about things.
Yeah, and, I think it's a good thing for the town. It keeps people talking, people together, and you get real food, so. But I appreciate it.
Mr.
Yeah,
Rombacher
thanks.
can have his office hours there.
There we go.
Yeah.
Right.
Their office doesn't open till
Pretty
3.
good.
Public,
Should we close the public
well,
hearing?
is there any public comment?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You're
There
gonna
you
keep
go.
Gino out?
That's a little tough. You guys keep him out of here? I don't think so. That's not how it is.
Okay, that means you called
Oh,
me.
you did it.
I'd like to add something. First of all, I love you, all of you. He's in Rotary, and we love him. And every time I come at the meeting, it's like my family. But the question is, I have so many family in Rotary because everywhere I go to see the governor, she says, Gino, how are you doing? Everything, yeah, something, we need housing in Littleton because we have no place to put the people, you know what I mean, in their apartment because we don't have any more room. And another thing is, they are my family, my too. I know them for 42 years. And the cafe there happened, he didn't send anybody out of it. The lady lost a son because he died with drugs, and I wish I would find out who did it, that this poor guy had died. So she neglected the place, and he was very upset. And she's a beautiful lady. Every time I used to go I don't drink coffee, so I'll let you know, or wine or something. But nevertheless, I go there for ginger ale, and the lady came and gave me a hug. And then after, when she lost her son, every time she gave me a hug, she was crying. And I told her, I said, not to worry, God will help you.
Thank you, Gino.
The reason I'm here is because these two gentlemen, being like a family, they deserve it to reopen the cafe because in my situation in Rotary, we had the school, we had about almost 300 people, and we had somebody says, Gino, did you put this sign there? The cafe has to be open again. I said, no, I only mentioned it. And every place I was serving those people the food, she said, Gino, you think they're going to open the cafe? I says, well, I'm on the Board of Health. They are very clean. There's people, nobody got sick. You know what I mean? So I don't think they should be denied for any, you know what I mean, for the piece of paper.
Yep, we're in
All
full
right,
agreement.
let your
Yes.
family do business, though. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry that I
You hijacked the meeting, Gino.
okay, nevertheless, as long as you don't throw me out.
Thinking about
Thank
it.
you.
All right, thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Gino.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hope to
Thanks.
see you over there.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Jimmy.
Very nice, thank you.
Move that the select board vote to appoint,
We need to close the hearing
close
first.
the hearing. Move to
Close the hearing?
close the hearing.
Second,
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. Mark?
Aye.
Matthew?
aye.
Karen's and I.
Gary's aye.
Chuck's aye.
Right.
All right. All right. It's another tough name, but I'm going to give it a go. Move that the select board vote to appoint Diane,
No, that's
Oh.
that's not that's an
We're
appointment.
approving the
That's what
where am I at? Sorry.
J&Js.
I'm
You're killing me.
a soup sandwich today. Move that the Select Board vote to approve the application for a common victual license for J&J's Littleton Cafe located at 341 King Street. With hours of operation Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
That, second.
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew.
Aye.
Mark? Matthew?
Aye.
Karen's aye.
Gary's aye.
Chuck's aye. All right.
Unanimous. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
May God bless you all of you.
Thank you,
Right
Gino.
back
You
at
too,
you,
Gino.
Guys.
Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you.
Do you have an opening,
Open it up.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
do you have an opening date in mind?
Hopefully, like, maybe the middle of December.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
great.
know, it's kind of a tough time, but, you know, at least been starting to get things going. so.
Might want to talk to Jackie.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
See you soon.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you, Gino.
Thanks, Gino.
We're gonna take them.
Church.
You know.
All right.
Bye-bye. Because we're going out.
Public input and members' updates is next. Let's start with member updates. Who wants to go first?
I don't have much, so I'll go first.
Okay.
Attended the high school drama production this weekend, a couple of nights, and it's amazing to see what these kids can put on. And it was a Thornton Wilder play. It was Our Town, and it was a packed house. It was a little bit different, also almost like a black box setting, and it's just a great cultural event in little Our Town. That's all I got.
We had, want to appreciate the police putting on their, every other month, the veteran breakfast. I think it was last week. Yeah, last week. And I know I was able to make it to the tree lighting. I hope somebody was here. Other than that, I really don't have much. The plug for the Toys for Tots, yeah. So this Saturday, Toys for Tots, 10 to 12. Fantastic annual event that the LPD will be at the Littleton Police Station. It's a great way to drop off items or checks or whatever. Just it's a simple drive right around, drive through. Don't have to get out of your vehicle if you don't desire to do so. So please come and support those in need this time of year and always. That's all I have.
I wanted to offer condolences to the family of the pedestrian who was struck last week on the Common. With the days being shorter, it's harder and harder to drive safely, so I hope everyone will just do their best. Thank you to DPW for all their work to clear the streets with the storm last week. And thanks to all of those who organized the Holiday Bazaar. I attended. I was one of many, many hundreds, if not thousands, who attended. It felt like all at once at some times, but I love seeing how many different organizations we have in Littleton doing good things. It always sort of, it strikes me every year just what a great town we live in to be able to support something of that size. We had office hours on December 5th. We had a nice turnout, and I had great dialogue, and I really appreciate everybody who came. Podcast was on December 4th, and we launched the Green Littleton series, and that was launched with Charlotte Dolans from the Sustainability Committee. So we'll be doing various green topics over the next few months. Met with AHT, the Historical Commission, the Historical Society, right, about the Tuttle House. And that will be an ongoing discussion. Met with PRCE to discuss report follow-up. And I would have plugged Toys for Tots, but Gary's got it covered.
And I would have plugged the bazaar, but
Right.
I'm scattered tonight. So,
And I would have plugged Toys for Tots and the Bazaar. Both of you went first, so I'm left with the dregs, I guess. I will, I was looking into some of the moving, someone brought up the old space needs study that we did, well, not relatively old, of this building. And looking at the town website, there's a town building and space needs analysis working group, which actually Gary and Mark, you were both on, which I don't think is, there's no agenda, there's no meeting minutes ever.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering, like.
it's a good idea.
It's a work in progress, Matthew.
Well, yes, I guess so, but I do, it did, I think we should discuss, we've been discussing the space needs in this building and what we're gonna do with this building. I think we should maybe have a more holistic view of it, rather than like talking about little bits and pieces everywhere and how things fit together.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mentioned last week.
Yeah.
But I was just curious, was that something we got put on when we first got on the select board, and they said, hey, you guys are going to be on this?
Yeah, I don't
I don't
remember.
recall
Yeah,
it.
Cindy and I were on
Unfortunately-
it before you, I think.
Were you?
Marge
Oh,
Payne
that might be
is
it.
also unfortunately on that as a
Okay.
member, so
So it might be
it's
something
clearly
to-
out of date. And then the Tuttle House, so would the idea be to move it to where the vacant lot next to the Old Elks Club?
Yes, sir.
That's the idea.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually drive it over there someday.
Exactly.
Want to give us a
Pick it up
better
and
idea,
grab
where
it
is
over.
that? Where's,
Between Castle.
It's right in front of Castle in the
Right.
The old
Trees.
townhouse was.
where the old Park and Rec was?
No,
No, like right across from the Historical Society. There's a
Next to Castle and
town
Trees.
hall, there's a little plaque about the old,
Townhouse.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That used to be Park and Rec, I'm gonna let you guys know that.
no, no.
It was in a
Park and Rec
garage.
was down
So you're talking about next to the Masonic Hall?
Yes.
between the
You're right.
hall and between the hall and the parking lot. The other building was down farther. The building you're thinking about was in the parking lot.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, it's that area,
Okay.
so that's interesting. There's space in there then? I'm
Yeah.
assuming,
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
That would fit.
Okay, that's all I got.
And with plans to, what with that?
I don't know.
Well, that was part of the discussion.
That becomes our building? Or is it?
Part of the discussion.
Continue.
All right, thank you, thank you. All right,
TBD.
I got some ideas.
TBD.
The cultural, right there.
So I attended the Clean Lakes meeting last week. We're working on the Water and Conservation Department are working on RFPs for herbicide treatments for the lakes to proceed in the spring, and we're working on the budget for next year. I attended the charter committee meeting. They have a very rough draft of the charter that they're working through that I would expect they'll present to us sometime in, I'm guessing February-ish, we'd see a draft. I also attended the play. I thought the kids did an amazing job. It was, the setting was really much more intimate than the other plays they've done. I thought it worked out really well. Actually before the play and after the bazaar, there was a rodenticide program over at the library where they talked about banning some of the second generation rodenticides because they do a good job of killing the rodents, but then the owls and foxes and everything eat them, and then it kills them too. So there's a lot better solutions out there. I would expect that there's a potential for a citizen's petition to come along banning those. Surprisingly, one of my favorite solution they came up with for rats and mice is mashed potato flakes. So they say mashed potato flakes work. So put them in a dry.
What does it do to them?
It basically gives them gas, and they
Blow up.
blow up. They can't.
Well,
It ferments in their stomach, and they can't
Been there, done
vomit.
that.
So
That's crazy.
When they drink water,
yeah.
that's what activates that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Seriously.
Yeah, so mashed
Get
potatoes,
thirsty.
and if you add a little bit of baking soda, it's even better, so. I bought a box, I'm gonna try it out.
That explains Thanksgiving.
That's all I got.
All right.
And on that note,
And on that note, public input. Nobody? All right,
Catch us up,
folks, we are ahead of schedule.
just like that.
oh, you jinxed us.
Let's move on to 6A, appointments.
Okay, so we have a council on aging appointments.
This was vetted through by the council, and they voted independently before it was submitted for your approval.
I did have the pleasure of working with Diane at the Tread Table on Saturday at the Bazaar, so lovely lady who's excited for the opportunity, so.
All right,
Great.
thank you.
Move that the Select Board vote to appoint Diane Willett Haddock to the Council on Aging for a term expiring June 30th, 2027.
Second.
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks very much. Get sworn in.
Yes.
We'll see Diane, or Andrew.
Yeah. Diana.
We're about to get busy here.
All right, annual alcohol license renewals for 2026. Of which there are many. Did anybody have any questions about the applications in the packet?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Nor did I.
I mean, I know we have a couple cases hanging out there, but we haven't been asked to act on anything from ABC or anything, so.
Right. Okay.
All right, this is, move that the Select Board vote to approve the annual renewal of alcohol licenses as cited within the Select Board packet for the calendar year 2026. License issuance contingent upon satisfactory inspections and submission of all required documents, fees, and payments of municipal charges to be reviewed by the town administrator.
Second?
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye. Start signing.
Yep.
There we go. All right.
All right, let's move on.
Hand out, I'll hand them out. I'll hand them out so we can.
Yeah, thank you.
Entertainment.
All right, so that did not include the entertainment licenses, did it, or did it?
That was only the
Alcohol,
well,
that was
it's a
only the
common
alcohol
victular.
licenses.
Okay, so then B, common victualler.
So one question on the common vic, we just approved J&J, are they automatically for 26, or do they have to resubmit, or?
There's one in there for them too.
There's one in there, Father.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions? So good?
Yep.
All right. Move that the Select Board vote to approve the annual renewal of all common victualler licenses as cited in the packet for the calendar year 2026. License issuance is contingent upon satisfactory inspections and submission of all required documents, fees, and payments of municipal charges to be reviewed by the town administrator.
One
Sec-
sec.
yep.
J&J's not listed in the packet, though. So that motion doesn't cover them.
Okay, to include, as amended, to include
JJ Cafe.
JJ's Cafe, as discussed this evening.
Second as amended.
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're on to
Entertainment licenses?
entertainment. Any questions on that? Not a very long list. All right. Move that the Select Board vote to approve the annual renewal of all entertainment licenses as cited in the packet for the calendar year 2026. License issuance is contingent upon satisfactory inspections and submission of all required documents, fees, and payments of municipal charges to be reviewed by the town administrator.
Second?
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye.
Entertainment, auto amusement.
And the entertainment's back there. Multitask.
Yep.
Jax is still on there?
Well, Salou is still on there, too. The other, so I assume these are the ones that currently have licenses that have asked to apply, or?
Current licenses, the way that
But they haven't.
I understand.
But they haven't necessarily reapplied. We're just going by the current ones, not people that have resubmitted applications.
So if they don't come in to get them, we can approve them because they're out of business.
Correct.
So, okay.
How should we,
It's their license until it's no longer,
we're gonna pay for it, pick it up. So if we sign something,
okay. it
Yeah,
just
there's a
fall-
contingency
It
in
falls
there.
into Jim's not approving it. Okay. Move that the select board vote to approve the annual renewal of all entertainment and automatic amusement licenses as cited in the packet for the calendar year 2026. License issuance is contingent upon satisfactory inspections and submission of all required documents, fees, and payments of municipal charges to be reviewed by the town administrator.
Second?
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye.
Class 1 dealer.
Class 1 dealers, we only have one, I believe, right?
Two.
One.
Didn't we just do Miller Automotive?
There's two.
We have Advanced Automotive, right?
Yeah.
Zax's Class 2.
Oh, last one's
Thank you.
Koch.
Got it.
Sorry.
Move that the select board vote to approve the annual renewal of all Class 1 licenses as cited in the packet for the calendar year 2026. License issuance is contingent upon satisfactory inspections and submission of all required documents, fees, and payments of municipal charges to be reviewed by the town administrator.
Second?
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye. Here's our Class 2.
Class 2.
Class 2 licenses, all right.
Three of them, right?
Move that the select board vote to approve the annual renewal of all Class 2 licenses as cited in the packet for the calendar year 2026. License issuance is contingent upon satisfactory inspections and submission of all required documents, fees, and payments of municipal charges to be reviewed by the town administrator.
Second?
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye.
And lodging house.
Lodging, Littleton Inn. Okay. Move that the select board vote to approve the annual renewal of all lodging house licenses, one, Littleton House, as cited in the packet for the calendar year 2026. License issuance contingent upon satisfactory inspections and submission of all required documents, fees, and payments of municipal charges to be reviewed by the town administrator.
Second?
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye.
That's it.
Yay.
Well, we could sit here for half an hour and sign documents,
So you can,
or we could move on.
we'll keep that. We'll do it as we can.
Select board discussions, day after Christmas holiday, which was something that we discussed earlier and decided to come back to. This is something that we've done in years past, but not, my understanding is not always.
I
If
think
that
we
makes
just haven't
sense. We've
made
done
it,
it the past few years,
we haven't made it formal.
and we haven't made it formal, but we wouldn't be doing that right now either.
I think,
But I understand, I agree that we should bring it up as a policy discussion. I just think it's a little late to be doing a policy discussion for 2 weeks from now.
and it would potentially have to be, if we did that, it would potentially have to be discussed as one of the, a holiday.
Yeah.
And then the unions also would probably have to come back to the table.
So I'm not in
If
favor.
we
of
made
clo-
it a policy.
I'm not in favor of closing the day after Thanksgiving, or day after Christmas. I mean, it's a random day. You're going to throw it around, Christmas moves around every year. Sometimes you're going to say, well, the only day you're going to say you don't want to close around Christmas is if Christmas is on a Wednesday. Otherwise, you're going to say, oh, we're going to close the day before Christmas or the day after Christmas. It's just we shouldn't be doing this.
But have we been doing that, or is that just a
To
projection?
my knowledge, we haven't.
You're saying you don't want to
Yes,
approve it
yes.
every year?
I don't want to approve it, period. I don't think we should be doing it.
I don't think we have in my tenure.
Approved day after Christmas? I thought we did it last year.
Thanksgiving was like a gift. When Keith was still here the first time we did it, it was like, Keith was pretty hard and fast on, there's got to be coverage in the town hall because people are off the day after Thanksgiving, and that's their only time to get to town hall. We've amended, we've switched around the hours, so one night a week, town hall's open a little later, but Christmas wasn't even on the table in 16 years.
I'm glad this comes on in front of us every year because there are circumstances. I would, I think Mark brought up one, just the day that it falls on. I'm more apt as a select board member to say yes to a Friday off because the holiday's on a Thursday, as I am not on a Wednesday, perhaps, to give a Thursday off in the middle of the week. But I don't know if that makes any sense.
Makes sense. No, that makes
There would
sense.
be some other things maybe that were going on in town that we had to get certain things done where certain departments had to stay open, but I know the effects of this are when you typically give town hall employees a time off, the unions follow with some type of time off or compensation for those days. Across the board, they usually have some type. So there's a larger effect to this than we think. But for this particular one, I'm more in favor of it.
I guess I'm in favor of doing it on a Friday this year.
I don't think it's a good precedence to set. I don't think we should be doing it.
You mentioned all the reasons we shouldn't be doing it, because the unions don't get it. How do we assign it? And I'm with Mark, I don't think it's a good precedent to set. So whatever the next Thursday Christmas is, are we gonna do it then too? Or,
Christmas is on a Tuesday, you're gonna close down on Monday because it's Christmas Eve. I mean, there's always,
gonna be an argument for it. And again, we've never done it. So that's the precedent.
Okay.
Okay, I will say it's not precedent setting. That's why we have to it comes in front of us every single year to discuss. Any given board should say no or yes.
It shouldn't be coming before us on December 8th, or when it came before us 2 weeks ago. It should be something that's discussed when employees when we're assigning vacations and putting that calendar together. That was put on last December.
Yeah, I hear your point. I will say that the president, every year, the president decides 2 weeks or 3 weeks before Christmas, day after Christmas, to give federal employees it off
Best.
or not.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. And so it is more of a random thing, whether it's an election year or not, for obviously for certain presidents and others.
Right.
All right, I guess I'd like to know what the negative besides precedent setting. There's a fiscal piece to it, sure.
The impact of morale on those that aren't going to be able to do it. Police, fire.
I want to believe that, and I think, just thinking back, that they do try to compensate, the chiefs try to compensate their personnel with time off. I'd like to ask,
So
actually.
that's fiscal.
Yeah, it is. Sure.
If we determine that to be a holiday, then that's holiday pay.
But we're not. We're not determining, that's why it has to come in front of us every year. I mean, this is like I said, any
so,
different board makeup, you might have 5 people, like, absolutely not. This is every year we're gonna be having these, that's why it's in front of us every year.
so I think it's much different if all the employees decide they want to take a vacation day and we close town hall because there's no one here to staff it, than versus us saying you can have the day off.
Have like a walkout.
Yeah.
Does our vacation policy require that in order to be able to take the time off, you have to have coverage?
Has to be approved by the supervisor, right? I don't know that there's gonna be a whole lot of people from the town looking to do pay their taxes or go to the building commissioner's office, that kind of thing, on the Friday after Christmas.
I mean, that's just it, right? How much work is getting done when 80% of of an office takes the time off? I'm not gonna say I have been in that 20% and no work was done, but I will say that in theory, hypothetically, had I been there, I would not have been getting much work done, and I don't think anybody else does. It's just not what happens. So I question the, you know, well, there's a, you know, no, there's not much impact financially in terms of, you know, opportunity costs to what work would have gotten done had we not called it a day off.
It also impacts all part-time employees, because part-time employees don't get paid for that day now, because we decided they're not working. And part-time employees don't get
Correct.
holidays.
So I guess what I'm not understanding is day after Thanksgiving versus day after Christmas. All the, you know, all the arguments that you're making for day after Christmas would also apply to day after Thanksgiving.
I agree with that. I'm not really thrilled with the day after Thanksgiving, but at least it's a set thing, and it's more common that people get it off. No, I mean.
Well, it's the last Thursday,
not
it's always the
precedent, it's
Thursday.
always
too.
on a Thursday, right?
Right.
That's where I kind of am with
And
this.
even there, it's not something we've always done. We've done it in the last, Anthony was here the first time we did it.
Jim, are you putting this in front of us?
Not I.
It's the committee, or, Michelle, do you know who put this out in front of us?
Me, because we talked about it before,
Right.
and we said we'd come back to it.
Well, who brought it up the first time?
I think it rose as a result of Thanksgiving, and then part of the conversation said, well, what are we gonna do the day after Christmas? And hence, okay, we'll kick that down the road a little bit.
So, I'm perfectly fine with departments closing down. If they announce it, no one's going to be here, they're going to close down, put it on the website that they're closing down, and everyone's taking the vacation day. Right? I'm okay with them doing that. That's much different than us giving them the day off, though.
It's a free vacation day. That's good.
Yeah. If everyone, or
It's a forced vacation day.
Huh?
That way.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we, yeah, what I was saying is if we just give it, it's a free vacation.
I'm
day.
sorry, okay.
Yeah, the
I'm
negotiated-
okay if departments close down, as long as it's published appropriately, so everyone knows that, you know, the town clerk or the building department will not be open this day, right?
Because everybody's on leave?
Because everyone took vacation.
The only problem with that is, Jim just brought up, that it's a, and I asked, it's a free when I said it's a free vacation day, now it's a forced vacation day. So someone that may have all their vacation planned, they're forced to take a vacation day on the Friday after Christmas.
Well, if the,
That's not any problems.
or the departments, you know, decide that they're going to staff and come in, right?
Well, you're saying that the departments are allowed, you know, you'd be able to authorize departments to kind of minimal manning.
Correct.
And if they couldn't, if that wasn't possible, then they're allowed to close with prior notice, right? Is that type
Sure.
of thing?
Sure.
I mean, but you're saying.
That's how we used to do Thanksgiving.
Are
There
you-
had to be somebody to man the
So you're
ship.
saying there has to be somebody in each office?
That's how we did Thanksgiving in the past. I'm not saying that. I'm offering up some alternative perspective.
So, yeah. I'm okay if we want to say that if they can't meet their staffing, that we allow them to close. Right? That's much different than giving them a vacation day.
It's not a fight. Not a fight we're gonna win, so I'm not gonna die on the hill for it, so I
Well,
think
it
that,
sounds pretty split, we don't know. I mean, that's-
I think we do now.
Any other discussion?
Nope.
Okay.
Is there any way to leverage it if it passes?
Mr. Duggan, can we put him on the spot? This is
Sure.
a kiss of death as a boss.
I think, no, I think,
That's why I asked if you put
It
it
should
in
be
front of
done.
us, because that
No.
does mean something. If this, we don't, I'm not going to, I wouldn't recommend it if you said,
I agree
you
that.
didn't recommend it, in other words.
I agree with giving the day off. And not have a count towards vacation or anything, personal time.
I'll make a motion.
Yes, please.
Come on here.
But everybody has to write a report. What they did on that day.
What I did on my
Submit it.
Christmas vacation.
Single page, single spaced, narrow margins.
I think it's, I mean, I'd love to put my name on it and say we're doing it, but I just, from a fiscal conservative, I guess, perspective, I'm not sure it's a prudent decision. But it sounds like we have enough of a vote to put it that way, so I'd vote with the consensus.
I won't.
You're much more principled than me.
I won't vote for it.
I
So you won't be on an island, Chuck.
I'm comfortable with this because it's not precedent setting and it's something every year that we could just say no because X.
Everything is precedent setting. Whenever you do it, it sets a
It's
precedent.
always going to come back.
No, it doesn't.
Not this. It's,
Yeah.
Until next year when they say,
You did it
last year we did
yeah,
it.
well, that's this
Well,
pressure.
that's how things.
I'm not considering
Did
the
it once
pressure
for
of last year's not
Thanksgiving, and now
making
it's
my
every
decision
Thanksgiving.
this year. I'm doing as I, town hall.
We said it wasn't going to be precedent setting when we did Thanksgiving 8 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. We do it every Thanksgiving now. It should just be on the calendar. It should be part of an employee's package. These are the vacations, and if Christmas falls on a Thursday, you get Friday off. I'd rather just have that policy set,
That makes sense.
but it's got to be included in the employee's package. We can't be discussing it in November, December for this holiday season. Again, my opinion.
There's a lot of credit to that argument, because if Christmas falls on a Saturday, does that mean you get Monday off?
A Saturday?
No, it never
I mean,
has.
or Friday?
We've never,
But you see, but like some contracts that have shown, if the holiday falls on a weekend, you either get Monday or
Right.
Friday off.
If the- Yeah, so the
but-
policy right now says if the Christmas falls on a Saturday, you get the Friday off.
Yeah.
But, or it did, but then the library that's open on Saturday wants both Friday and Saturday off because you're giving the rest of the employees Friday off. So I think we fixed that, so you get the day off if it's not, but
Did we give Thursday off last year? Christmas was on a Wednesday.
I don't think so.
No,
No.
Okay.
we've never given the day after Christmas off.
We have authorized, like, if it's, on the days that we're open late, we offered, like, if Christmas was on Tuesday, town hall's open until 6, we could say you closed at 2 or 4 or something like that. We've done things like that, but we haven't given entire days off.
And I mean, I think we've been pretty liberal with giving Jim, empowering Jim to, if there's potentially inclement weather or weather that's coming in, we don't want to put any of our employees at risk, and we've given him the power to say, all right, employees stay home, if you can work remote, good, but,
Leave early.
pardon?
Leave early.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick
gotta
to
handle
my,
the snow.
sticking to my because it's on a Friday and town hall's only open until noon anyway on a Friday and it's a special. I'm willing to give it off. That's my stand. That's my opinion. So
Make a motion.
I'll do a motion. Make a motion that the select board close town hall on Friday, December 26, 2025.
Second.
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
No,
No. I know I said I was gonna do the consensus, but
You
you
should call
convinced
out
me on the
the
island thing.
votes for the minutes.
Okay, so we had yay from Gary, Karen, and Matthew. We had no from Chuck and
Grinch 1 and Grinch 2.
Mark.
No, I don't think of it that way. Sound logic, what you were talking about. And, yeah, maybe there is some discussion to be had about policy-wide, if it is a Friday, where we know Fridays are half a day anyway.
want to close January 2nd too?
It will-
Don't be daft.
Can we agree right now
That
that
would
we're
be a
not gonna be,
Thursday.
we're
That
not
doesn't
gonna
make any
close on
sense,
January
Brian.
2nd?
That doesn't make any sense.
Let's move on.
Thank you.
So that's a no.
Approval of the proposed January to June 2026 Select Board meeting schedule. Did anybody have any questions about that schedule?
This is the same as we were presented last time?
I believe it is, yes.
And no, I have no comments or problems.
We moved the budget stuff to Wednesdays. Thank you for
Yeah,
Yep.
the huge help for me.
yeah, same.
I will say that if I can request a change of a little bit on January 14th, FY '27 budget public information session,
Mhm.
I would recommend that it would be a public input, budget public input session, allowing, so that kind of be able to help people, that the FinCom and the Select Board and the administration will be looking to public comments or
Soliciting
suggestions. Correct. It's an input session. It would not be a Q&A.
And there's no presentations.
Correct.
Makes sense.
Thank you.
Everybody okay?
Yep.
1 minute.
Okay.
Mark, in the charter review session, noted in discussion with FinCom how your Wednesday sessions that are your joint meetings with FinCom may be best presented as working sessions, which then resolved the issue that I had attending Super Saturday and trying to give public input and being denied. By identifying as working sessions, the public's informed, there's no opportunity for public involvement.
Can we
Mark,
do
you
that?
can
So-
assist.
So the Wednesday and Super Saturday meetings, instead of calling them meetings, call them workshops or working sessions, right? So we're not accepting public input during those meetings, per se.
I don't think there should be public input during Super Saturday.
Right, so changing the word meeting to, so that it's not implying that, because at all of our meetings, we have a time for public input. So change it so that it's a working session to mean that it is not a normal
We're not
meeting.
allowing.
We're not allowing
Oh,
input.
all right. I was looking at the other, okay.
It's still posted as a meeting.
Posted as a
We're
meeting.
just changing the wording of
wording
the
it.
announcement, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Anybody have any objections? All right, so the changes are the public Wednesday, January 14th, FY '27 budget public input session. And then for all Wednesday meetings and for Super Saturday, those are
Working sessions.
working sessions rather than meeting.
So with the public session on the 14th, when are we publishing the budget books so the public can look at it in time to comment on that?
At least electronically.
Yeah.
We are working to provide the balanced budget by the end of this month.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Those are all done.
Thank you. Could I have a motion as amended?
Yes, you can.
Did you get those changes? Yes, I did. Thank you.
Move that the Select Board vote to approve the January to June 2026 meeting schedule as amended with the wording change.
Second.
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. Next, discussion and vote on the application for use of the common on December 18th for a Hanukkah celebration submitted by David Roth. Is Mr. Roth here to speak to his request?
I don't think he's here, but I just walked in, so he should be here soon. Yes.
Okay.
And do
If you
something-
think he's coming, then,
He said he was coming.
Do we have any?
Someone on the 8th.
all right.
Do the town common policy discussion, maybe?
Yeah,
So, I'll give an update on this. I talked to the police chief. He said the number that the people that would change his patrol or anything would be 100, so I'm going to update the policy to say 100. I am working on language for what to put around the Veterans Corner. And I also found some language in like the Westford policy for how they use their bandstand, basically, that says things like, you know, you're not allowed to advertise an event as supported by the town or the select board or that type of thing. So I did not get that language for inclusion in the packet. I'm going to suggest we hold off on the finalizing this and vote it at our first meeting in January. I will get this out as soon as possible so that we can get it posted and get public comment on it.
So it's going to be more, the language is going to be centered around if more than 100 individuals are anticipated.
Then you need to get
Consider, yeah, that's
right.
when.
And that's at one time.
Yeah.
Not 100 total over the course of,
Right.
it's like a 3-hour thing. If
Right.
the expectation, and I clarified, they only need a heads up if they're expecting more than 100 at a time.
So if we have to put that in there specifically, it would be
Yes.
important.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we'll table that for now.
I'm looking at a couple other policies. I found Acton had a couple cool policies. One was, they have a traffic calming policy that they just posted fairly recently, talking about, like, you know, when they do crosswalks and lining the streets and how to request the change in speed limit on all that. So I'm going to look through their policy and see if I can take that policy and our parking policy and kind of merge them into one. They also have a policy on the use of town council for citizens petitions that I think we should probably have as well. So I will look to bring those forward next unless people have other ideas on what they would like to see in our policy updates.
Great.
Those are the big ones I'm trying to think.
Yeah, there's one that I'm working on every now and then. Is it?
We were talking about a drone policy early in the year, I know, but.
I'll come back with the one that I'm working on. Whatever it is. All right,
So we don't need,
mid-year review, planning discussion.
we don't need to discuss.
All right, so mid-year review is coming up for the town administrator. I just wanted to,
The chiefs.
and the chiefs, and talk about process. And I would just suggest that we do it like we did last time, where I'll solicit feedback and collect it from all of you and put it all together.
Yep.
So do we
I
need
thought
a,
that worked pretty well.
you want a motion? I mean,
I think we're okay, as
Okay.
long as we're all good.
Consensus, yeah.
so just your,
You want feedback by,
I'll send it out.
and if you need any help with
Stay
any,
tuned.
with, I mean, this Jim, the two chiefs.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
For us, yeah.
yep. All right, so keep your eyes out peeled for an email from me, and I'll delegate and request as needed. Thank you for the offer. All right, Nagog Orchard Annual Monitoring Report.
I did forward it to the board, but I just wanted to read a snippet from the email that Delia sent me. I think it's important to note, she did talk to us a bit about the politics of, you know, what goes on at MDR, and that it wasn't necessarily that there was concern about the fact that the property was abandoned. I think that it was perhaps a little bit more significant than we were taking it. DAR commends you on the progress made by the new leasing operator, Bransfield Tree, to steer the APR out of an abandonment track. it may be difficult to qualify. And then she talks about grants and stuff that she really, she
Yeah,
talked to us a lot
very
about grants.
informative.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting because this is her, her official report that goes to all of her overlords, and she
Yeah.
mentioned that. So I think that a little, reading between the lines, it's a little bit telling. So
Yeah.
at any rate, I continue to be very impressed with John's operation and his attention and his thoughtfulness to the property. And I think Mark and I just were talking recently about the house. And I think we should start, have some discussions
Yep.
probably first of the year about what
Okay.
we're doing with the house.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm so glad we own this property still. I mean,
Yeah, I know what
I go
you mean.
back, I go
Yeah,
back to
know.
the 4 votes,
Yep.
and we don't have the property, and, so I'm just,
We got lucky, I'll tell you that.
no, I know, but sometimes that's what happens.
Yep.
So,
Agreed.
Are you going to post the report to the Orchard Working Group page?
I believe it's already there. If it's not, I will. Let me make a note of that, because, yeah, I do want to do that.
okay. So we don't need a vote there.
Nope.
We do have a minute, so we can go over.
Yeah, we could look over the minutes.
November 17th and November 24th.
And I did get email from Sue saying that she thinks, she went through and addressed everything that we had questions about from the prior minutes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Were those amended minutes included in the packet? I didn't see them.
Here's November 17th.
They're not listed.
Because we still need to approve those, right?
Yeah, I don't think we voted to approve them. I think we
We
held
didn't.
off on them.
Tabled it.
Yeah.
That was for the November 17th?
No, it would have been November.
November,
November 3rd, right. So, yeah, so we still need to approve those minutes.
yeah. Could we make a note to bring the November 3rd minutes back? Thank you. November 17th. Any questions or concerns?
Gary, that's for Chuck.
Any questions or concerns on November 24th minutes?
You do those.
Okay,
Oh, no.
let's
Ready?
do it.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Move that the select board vote to approve the meeting minutes from the select board meetings on November 17th and November 24th, 2025.
Second?
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Town administrator update.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman, members of the Select Board. A few things. I want to communicate to everybody that the funds that Representative Arciero had advocated to be put in the state budget as an earmark, and that the $60,000 to update the 2019 Littleton Common Revitalization Roadmap. I received communication on Friday evening and immediately signed the appropriate forms to accepting the money that was appropriated, that was awarded, and moving forward and with Tony, and we'll be moving forward with Maren. We also received a grant agreement in the amount of $45,700 for the ADA self-evaluation and transition plan. That, and this was something that, if you remember, a couple of years ago, the Select Board had looked at $35,000 as a match to up to $35,000 for a match for the transition plan. That's no longer necessary with this funding source. This is the first round of the grant. Then there will be a follow-up after this evaluation and transportation plan is done. There is then a follow-up with identified areas of improvement, recommended improvements to make those improvements with funding opportunity there. Oh,
Sorry, who's driving that grant, or was that hiring consultants? What is,
that's going to be done through the Collins Center, and that was done with, with
Disability
Diane and the Disability Commission. They're intimately involved in the entire thing. There will be a meeting on December 17th regarding the regional energy manager that was the contract employee with the communities around this area about looking at what we identified as our, what plan was that?
Was it the Green Communities?
Yeah, not the green communities. Mark, what plan was that? The
NECG.
Sustainability, Climate Action Plan.
Oh.
Thank you. And so that is going to be discussed, how that position is going to continue to carry forward for the end of the grant amongst all the communities on the 17th. I've distributed to the Select Board the Stormwater Asset Management Project. You got the closeout acknowledgement letter, and it also provided a link to that to the document. We will be coming before the Select Board after the first of the year of really looking at and identifying areas about moving forward, about potential areas that we have to do. So we'll start that discussion. And maybe there may be something that the Select Board would maybe convene an ad hoc committee or something like that to take this. This is not a one-meeting situation. This is a larger picture that has strong financial implications to this requirement regarding our MS4 permit. Today, we got 550 King Street. Next week, Phase 1 is going to be before the Planning Board on the 15th over at the Center on Shattuck. Phase 1 will presented. We had the internal team and Lipoli team. We had presented a dry run with us and we offered suggestions on clarity on some of the issues, on messaging as we move forward, as it moves forward. So it's exciting. It's coming now. It's one of those things, and one thing that I shared with you from Mr. Lipoli in the past is once we start the ball rolling, it's going to become more aggressive. So then they're going to be before the planning board, maybe potentially at the end of, again, at the end of December, and then beginning of the end of January.
Every month almost, right?
Really, it's rolling.
The rendition looks great. I don't know. Those
Which is
pictures,
great.
I mean, what I expected.
Yeah. The pre-qualification meeting for the Shaker Lane, for the proposed new Shaker Lane School we are meeting to interview the 4 contractors that were selected from the 8 that we received requests to be considered. And those interviews will be next Monday from 4 to 6:30, and then on Tuesday they will be from 6 to 9, which will, at the end of that meeting, the committee will vote. And then on Wednesday evening, the recommended company will be presented to the Permanent Building Committee for that. Liz Tridiak has requested to approve looking for an unpaid intern in the spring for a total of 20 hours. And this is something that the intern is looking for a community-based organization and also lives in Littleton, which is great. As you know, we've been going through the budget, working hard on the budget, and all the departments have been very cooperative and understanding, and with continued conversations of areas of how we can be able to present that balanced budget. One of the conversations we have unilaterally is with Neshoba Tech, and I talked to Mr. Ellis today, communicated, and he believes that the increase that is looked at, an increase of 8% from last year, is in the neighborhood and it does look appropriate. And couple last things, agriculture, business recognition. The Select Board's business recognition program that you have started we've gotten some good support. It's exciting to see the number of to see the requests come in. Lisa has started. She started today and will continue this week to schedule 2 locations for this week. That's the goal, is for 2 locations, and the idea was to potentially look at having between 2 and 4 every month, depending on till we get caught up in. But we're also Tony and I have Tony has made some great suggestions on how we can expand that exposure for those businesses that will circle back and share those with the Select Board, and we'll make sure that you have the appropriate dates and times for the interviews and the photo op. And I would love to be able to have Select Board members be there also. Agricultural businesses is one of the things that was discussed during the Select Board goals, is really to highlight, we want to be able to highlight the town's agricultural heritage and on the town website, and so what we will be looking at to present is basically having a standalone section, and then giving the different farms in the community the opportunity to have their link up there, a description or pictures or anything like that. And so if someone looking to tour, go on a hayride or do apple picking or something, they want to come to Littleton, they can see the opportunities, they press on it, and then it brings them to their website.
You used another community. You showed me an example back in July.
Right.
I liked the way that was set up. I think it was tabbed, actually.
Yeah.
You could tab right to it. It was right there. And boom, all your farms.
Right. It was, and similar to Littleton, there was a strong agricultural heritage there, and you want to maintain that. And clearly, what's been shared by the Select Board to Tony and I, you want to make sure that we maintain that heritage and continue to recognize that, because that is such a big part of Littleton. So, and that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Now we're ready.
Yeah, it looks like we're ready to for the discussion and vote on the application for a menorah display on Town Common.
And 2 separate requests here, correct?
Yes.
2 separate requests.
Okay.
Mr. Roth.
Mr. Roth.
And then, okay, so it's application for the common, oh, okay,
Yeah,
and then,
so one's for the
and then
use,
for a
and then one's the-
celebration.
Yep.
I see. Okay. Let's start with the common application.
This use of the Lower Common for the celebration Thursday, December 18th from 6 to 7 p.m.
And that's submitted by David Roth. Mr. Roth?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have anything you wanted to say, or?
Do I need to go?
Sure.
Yeah, if you're going to say something, yeah, please.
So I'll introduce myself, and I'm here with Rabbi Poulter. We just submitted an application for a menorah on the Common, including celebration for one of the days. So if we have any questions, happy to answer them, but that's the summary.
Okay. Yeah, I was thrilled to see your application. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Any questions? Okay. Chuck?
What was the period that you're proposing to display the menorah?
14th to the 22nd.
14th to the 22nd.
First day is the 14th. Sorry. No, I don't really have any questions. I do have some thoughts as we deliberate. No questions from Mr. Roth, though.
Okay, great,
Thank
thank you. Great. Anybody have anything they want to say for discussion?
It's going down the precedent road again with putting any religious display on municipal property. So, nothing against any faith. I just, we've never allowed anything that has been faith-based be displayed. It's
Christmas tree, though.
Christmas tree's not a.
it's a common tree, it's a holiday tree. It's actually
I'm-
pagan ritual.
The event is fine.
I agree.
I have no problem with the event at all.
I agree.
Right. I am a little concerned about the precedent for religious display
Yep.
being left on the common for a period of time. So, and I don't know if this opens us up to anything from legally on setting a precedent and what we have to do.
I think it gets into the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment. So it displays a preference by a government for a particular faith.
It's only a preference if you approve it for some and not for others.
Right, so.
If there's no other requests,
Then
then
we have to
there's
approve
no
it for anybody who asks theoretically.
Exactly, which that's,
Which is the
that's the
precedent I think
concern.
Chuck is concerned
Yeah,
about.
it's exactly, Matthew, thank you.
I understand that. I guess I had assumed that the Christmas tree was religious.
No.
So
No,
you
it's-
concerned, so we, I mean, we talked the legality, I guess, of when you could say no to, if you allow this and then say no to another, that's what you're talking about by the
If the
precedent. set.
Pastafarians come to us and say, we want to put a giant flying spaghetti monster on the common,
Yeah.
they have argued in court their legitimate religion,
Yeah.
and they have won, and so we say, no,
just
you
love that you
can't-
pulled that
You
out.
can't have it, and then they sue us. I mean, that's far-fetched, but it's not outside the realm of possibility.
No,
I guess I'm more concerned with some malicious someone, deciding that there's a really hateful religion that
That's my
wants to
concern,
put something up that's absolutely abhorrent to me. Like, I don't want to do that, and I don't want to open the door for that.
Okay, so as opposed to a critical religion and community, members of our community.
Look, I don't.
It's
I don't-
different.
I
To me,
don't
it's
lo- I
different.
don't like it, I don't like saying no.
Yeah, no, but I value what you're saying as far as you could have all kinds of different, and I guess my opinion on that is, what does that hurt?
So we went through the,
So if it's a recognized religion, and we're going down the line now,
Yeah.
we could still say no for reasoning that we could say because of X. I mean, we could come up with legal crafting. I believe you could.
no, so we
It's
have
really
a flag
difficult.
policy
It's
for
a really
exactly
high-
this purpose.
Right.
Right, because if we didn't have the flag policy and we allowed any group, then we had allowed all groups to put up a flag.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the event itself is fine
Absolutely.
because it's attended, it's an event like any other event.
Right,
The Indian
yeah.
Yeah, Independence Day.
Events all the
display,
time,
Independence
yeah.
Day, thank you.
I'd like to see this one vetted by town council, what we open this, if we don't open this up to anything, which I really am concerned that we do.
More to the point, I think I would like to ask town council, realistically, what is a recourse that we have if someone cites this as a precedent for putting something on the common that we don't want there?
I don't think we do, Matthew.
Well, I want to ask
Yeah,
council.
no, I get that,
That's
I
what
get
I want
that.
clarification on.
Yeah.
Because I fear that there's no defense that we can put up that's going to be legitimate.
I don't think it's if you let it happen once, you have to let it happen forever, right? We could enact a policy that says we're not gonna do this anymore if that's what we wanted to do.
After, if it became a problem,
Right,
okay.
but for the
That's fine.
time being, if we have, anybody, we have to until that time,
I-
we would have to accept any other religious,
Yeah.
And I think that if we had somebody that was creating, us going back and saying, we're gonna create a policy to, I think that's a slippery slope as well, something I'd prefer to get vetted by town council. Because if, whatever that organization is, if we're at the point where we want to change our policy, they're gonna dig in and they're gonna fight us on it.
oh, yeah, no, I mean, I think, yeah, I didn't think about it in terms of if somebody asks and we change our policy. I thought about it in terms of as we are working on our like, we don't have enough time to put together a policy for this season, this holiday season.
Yeah.
But if we wanted to get one together for next holiday season, I think that, we would be well within our rights to do so.
I mean, I have trouble believing that this isn't, that we're not the first community common that's had a menorah on display.
I agree.
So, that's where
Yeah, I mean, I also think like
vibrant members of the community want.
the fear is overblown, maybe, so.
I still think it's slippery slope.
I thought the fear was overwhelmed too, but the flag policy kind of changed my mind because
Other towns had issues.
other towns
Denver
had
had a huge
serious
issue.
issues with the flag policies, so. And we might be able to fix this since we're working on the common policy. We could approve this one and by January, basically
Yeah.
disallow it if town council says and be okay. Since we are technically in the process of revising this policy anyway, so it might be a one-off no matter what.
Right.
So that's me talking myself into it, but
Can we vote on the first one anyway? Because that one, I think we're in agreement on,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
On the
event?
event,
Yeah, absolutely.
yes.
So I'm going to move that the select board vote to approve the use of Lower Littleton Common for a Hanukkah celebration on Thursday, December 18th from 6 PM to 7 PM.
Second.
Moved by Gary, seconded.
Can I just, if we can do something for do you have any idea where you guys are gonna be setting up? Can I just ask that question? Because I'm talking about the Veterans Corner. We keep putting things on the common and we're not doing anything about that.
I think we've got time to work on the Veterans Common.
no,
I
no.
just wanna ask him more.
Where are you planning on setting it up?
Maybe you might have a better idea, but the actual menorah is how big, like 6 feet?
6-foot menorah.
6 foot, so like, the length of my arm span. I'm not sure exactly where we plan to set it up, but it's not a huge piece of real estate.
Yeah.
If we were going to have it there for the 8 days, we would need it to be next to the electricity.
Right.
Right, yeah,
The
absolutely.
event itself will do a lighting, but then we put back in the bulbs.
Mhm.
So that, I assume that means that's, I don't know that's probably the common over there next to the tree where there's wires. That's
Correct.
where the
Yeah.
plug is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to defend is
Yeah.
where it comes to a point,
Hmm.
if you're coming from 495.
Yep.
It's actually many places you can come from 495, but from like the high school, if you're coming
The American flag, basically.
up the hill, there's an American flag on the corner, so you can go Stevens Street this way, you can stay on King Street. That corner to the first walkway is, it's considered Veterans Corner. So just, I'm trying to protect that essentially. So
Got it.
if you could, we don't have a policy, there, at this point, there are not.
Well, there's the
There's a
monuments.
memorial.
It's very easy to see the American flag in the middle, and then the monuments right around the
That's
flag.
all, yeah.
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
If you just, yeah.
I don't think it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the electricity,
Yeah,
to
but
your
we go
point, is
the
gonna
other
be a
way.
little further
Yeah,
away
the
anyway,
menorah
yeah.
can be on this side anyway, so it's
Yeah,
flag.
yeah. Thank you.
So we have a motion and a second for the use of the common on
Yeah, sorry.
on December 18th from 6 to 7 PM.
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor? Aye.
Okay, now that discussion.
So, menorah.
I'm sort of with Mark. I think we should approve this this time.
Yeah.
And if it becomes an issue, and if we decide, town council says, this should really be added to the common policy, I think that's valid, and
And
let's
we'll
go
do
ahead,
that,
let's
but-
go ahead and do it.
Until then, I think This is
I,
fine.
again,
Yeah.
not anything against any faith or any religion, but I can't. I think even if we do it this time, we're gonna have to ask town council if that could be considered precedent if another group came in. So I'm pretty hard and fast no.
Okay.
I'm going to say, since we don't have something in our policy currently that disallows it,
Well, the Constitution.
well, in our policy, we don't disallow religious on the common currently, so if we change it in the future to disallow,
Okay.
we should be,
Do we have anything for municipal property though?
I don't think so.
I'm just gonna stick with my vote. Well, we haven't taken a vote yet.
Anybody else? No? Okay, sure. Rabbi, would you mind,
Just the microphone,
Introduce-
please.
So the,
name and
Our-
address?
our huge viewing audience at home needs to hear you.
Acton, 148 Great Road, our Chabad Center services area towns. So just, I don't know if people are aware over here, but these issues have gone to court many a time, and almost every single time, if not every single time, they won. I don't know the arguments on either side, including in Washington DC, obviously, right in front of the White House or wherever it is over there. But even here in Massachusetts, there are many that have, years, I don't know from recent years, but 15, 20 years ago, there were a number of cases that were brought, people sued or whatever the case was, and I think they were all found to be, whatever the reasons were, to be. So I just want to, make sure that this is not the first time that, it's not the first, like someone mentioned here, it's not the first common that has a Rayora. I mean, Acton has one, Maynard, Stowe. But in addition to that, it's not, the cases that have been brought to court in most cases, I don't know based on what, but, so I just want to throw that out to have it in the mix.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So town council should have precedent.
Good, yeah, that's great. I mean,
Sure, in case law, for sure, but in general, we're going to have to discuss time periods. Obviously, Hanukkah is a period of time where that would be up. Other religions, we'd probably have to get more specific in a policy of during your holy time, or that, in other words, it can't be year-round type things, or we'd have to get into probably a little bit more detail if we're going to have
Yeah.
a policy set up on it.
Yeah,
Organized religions, obviously, that are recognized.
just have to get guidance from town council on how to,
Madam Chair, if I may, through the chair. Rabbi, how is the menorah going to be secured at the Common, sir?
It sits on a base.
Okay, so there are no
Not
stakes
staked.
or anything going
No,
into?
no,
Great.
Just a base. I also throw a few sandbags on just for the wind.
Super.
extra.
Yeah.
The base is heavy in itself, but
more is better.
more
Understood.
is better, right?
Okay,
good
thank you.
question. Thank you, Jim. All right,
That is actually a good question, because there's two ways you can do it. One is you dig a big hole and you put in the thing, but I do that in front of the Chabad Center. I did that. It's just, it's
Cold ground to get through.
I did it one, and I have a, whatever, it's like a.
Oh, a sleeve.
Oh, a
plastic
sleeve.
Sleeve that's in there.
Yeah.
We don't want you to get electrocuted on our call.
When I bring them or I move them to a place, I have the heavy base.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go back. What number are we?
it's 8A.
8D.
D.
8D.
Yep.
8D, move that the select board vote to approve the use of the Lower Littleton Common for a menorah display from December 14th to December 22nd, 2025.
Second?
Moved by Gary, seconded by Matthew. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm opposed, and I want to reinforce, I'm a member of Bob Kraft's Blue Square Alliance. It's nothing against
I did.
you or your faith,
It's
so,
valid. It's a valid,
so no.
All right, so, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you. Is that all our business?
That is all our business.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Moved by Matthew, seconded by Gary.
Aye.
Aye.
Good night, Littleton.
Good night, Littleton.